debate is on Maharashtra and a Samajwadi Party wants a share of the pie. Party chief Akhilesh Yadav has been leading the campaign in the state and has already announced 4 candidates after complaining about delays from Mahavikas Aghadi's end. Now, the Samajwadi Party's focus is clearly on playing on its strength, and this showcased in the fact that it picked Malegaon, a Muslim majority seat, as one of the venues of its rally. Now, it is at this rally that Samajwadi Party's Maharashtra chief Abu Azmi made a statement that has now sparked a political controversy, asking voters to ensure that his party wins 6 to 8 MLAs. Azmi went on to say that if this happens, no one will dare to persecute the Muslims.
आप देखते हैं असेंबली में अबू आसिम आपके हक की लड़ाई लड़ता है कि नहीं लड़ता है। हम तो एमएलए हमें 6-8 एमएलए चाहिए, और जिस दिन अखिलेश भाई 8 एमएलए हो गए ना, किसी की मां ने दूध नहीं पिलाया मुसलमानों को साथ। ये मेरा वादा है, मैं जान देकर भी इस कौम के लिए अपनी जान दे सकता हूं, लेकिन झुक के किसी के सामने घुटने टेक नहीं सकता हूं।
Now, this political season, we know the kind of comments that are being made. You heard what Samajwadi Party's Maharashtra chief Abu Azmi said. The BJP is calling this proof of Congress and its allies' vote bank politics. The party, whose leaders have been accused of trying to create a divide by making statements like "batenge to katenge," is now asking, what would Abu Azmi's statements be categorized as?
अबू आजमी जो याकूब मेमन की पैरवी कर चुके हैं, जो एमवीए का हिस्सा है, जो इंडिया अलायंस का महाराष्ट्र में हिस्सा है, वो कहते हैं हमें 6-8 सीट आ जाए तो धमकी देते हैं हिंदू समुदाय को। अब कौन हिंदू वर्सेस मुसलमान कर रहा है? और दुख की बात यह है कि उद्धव जी उनके अलायंस में है। ये कौन वोट जिहाद के लिए हिंदू समाज को जातियों में बांटो और वोट बैंक को एक करो वाली राजनीति कर रहे हैं। ये है असली चेहरा एमवीए का। हिंदुओं को बांटो और वोट बैंक जिहाद करवाओ।
देखिए, अखिलेश यादव के पार्टी के लोग हों या एनडी गठबंधन के लोग हों, ये मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति की बात करते हैं, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी न्याय सबको तुष्टीकरण किसी का नहीं, ये राजनीति हम लोग करते हैं। लेकिन इस प्रकार के बयान अबू आजमी देते हैं, मुझे लगता है कि बयानों से हम पर कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है, लेकिन उस पूरे देश की जनता और उस प्रदेश की जनता अच्छी प्रकार से देखती है। इस तरह के बयान देने वालों के लिए जब समय आता है तो समय पर ठीक से सबक सिखाने का काम बाकी प्रदेश की जनता करेगी।
We have Kirit Somaiya of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us on the phone line. Mr. Somaiya, I'd like you to stay on with us on the phone line. Let's once again listen into what Abu Azmi said from that stage in Malegaon, where Akhilesh Yadav was standing right next to him. Let's listen in.
आप देखते हैं असेंबली में अबू आसिम आपके हक की लड़ाई लड़ता है कि नहीं लड़ता है। हम तो एमएलए हमें 6-8 एमएलए चाहिए, और जिस दिन अखिलेश भाई 8 एमएलए हो गए ना, किसी की मां ने दूध नहीं पिलाया मुसलमानों को साथ। ये मेरा वादा है, मैं जान देकर भी इस कौम के लिए अपनी जान दे सकता हूं, लेकिन झुक के किसी के सामने घुटने टेक नहीं सकता हूं।
Mr. Somaiya, you heard what Abu Azmi said. What do you think that the intention was behind making that kind of a statement?
Actually, everybody in the country now knows that there is an operation. It's going on in India, whether it is love jihad, land jihad, or vote jihad. The intent is very clear. For the vote bank and getting the political power, last 10 years they have observed that they can't win the election, and that's why whether it is Abu Azmi, AIM, and now with the foreign funding and forces, they are once again trying to create a situation in India which was existing before 1947. And we will not tolerate this.
Mr. Somaiya, while you criticize what Abu Azmi has said, the other side, that is the opposition, be it the Congress, the Samajwadi Party, they will remind you of comments like "batenge to katenge." How do you respond to that charge coming in from the opposition?
The two things are totally different. What we want, for the political purpose, Rahul Gandhi and all the opposition are dividing the India, particularly the Hindus in castes, subcastes. That's why we said that let us get united, that there can't be Hindu that should not go, they get divided like that. And what is we are observing is the love jihad, land jihad, and in Lok Sabha election we have felt the vote jihad.
Okay. So vote jihad is the charge coming in from the BJP. Thank you, Mr. Somaiya, for joining us. So the BJP is accusing the opposition, that is the Samajwadi Party, which has entered the fray in Maharashtra, of trying to what the BJP is calling an execution of vote jihad. Let's go across to Shrishti, who's joining us live. Shrishti, controversial comment there made on that stage in Malegaon. While the BJP is criticizing this comment, will this have an impact in the elections, or will this have an impact in Malegaon itself?
Well, of course, Abu Azmi's statement has again stirred the entire political dynamics in the state of Maharashtra, is what we can understand, wherein he has said that if we get 6 to 8 seats, then no one will be able to touch us. Now, SP has already demanded 12 seats from MBA. 5 candidates has already been announced. What the state government in the power position are saying is that they are trying to again build up the narrative, and they are trying to criticize us. Earlier, the way opposition has criticized Batenge and Katenge statement, now it's the same politics that is being done by the MV alliance partners, and this shows their reality, is what we can understand from the statements which are being given by the BJP leaders. We have rightly heard Kirit Somaiya. What he mentions is that by doing this, they want to take India back before the era of 1947. However, again, the vote jihad topic is back in the state of Maharashtra, wherein now several leaders are alleging that MVA is trying to do it, but when we ask these questions to MVA alliance partners, they say that BJP is trying to do this. But of course, this would make a certain kind of difference between the Muslim voters, is what we can understand. As earlier in the Lok Sabha elections, there was a lot of controversy regarding giving seats to the Muslim candidates. Now we have to see how many Muslim candidates are being given candidature by MVA alliance partners as well as the Mahayuti alliance partners, and that's how the SP would be going ahead with their candidature for Muslim candidates. So the way they're trying to bring in the narrative, that might create certain kind of difference, is what we can understand in Malegaon.
So what's going to be the narrative in the state of Maharashtra, especially after the kind of comment that's come in from the Samajwadi Party's Maharashtra chief?
आप देखते हैं असेंबली में अबू आसिम आपके हक की लड़ाई लड़ता है कि नहीं लड़ता है? हम तो एमएलए हमें 6-8 एमएलए चाहिए, और जिस दिन अखिलेश भाई 8 एमएलए हो गए ना, किसी की मां ने दूध नहीं पिलाया मुसलमानों को साफ ये मेरा वादा है, मैं जान देकर भी इस कौम के लिए अपनी जान दे सकता हूं, लेकिन झुक के किसी के सामने घुटने टेक नहीं सकता हूं.
Mr. Somaiya, you heard what Abu Azmi said. What do you think that the intention was behind making that kind of a statement?
Actually, everybody in the country now knows that there is an operation. It's going on in India, whether it is love jihad, land jihad, or vote jihad. The intent is very clear. For the vote bank and getting the political power, last 10 years they have observed that they can't win the election, and that's why whether it is Abu Azmi, AIM, and now with the foreign funding and forces, they are once again trying to create a situation in India which was existing before 1947. And we will not tolerate this.